But I trusted in thee, O Lord, I said, Thou art my God, my times are in thy hand, deliver me from the hand of mine enemies, and from them that persecute me. Here, said is in the prophetic perfect tense, representing the certainty of the future. In short, the Messiah Jesus is speaking that he will only believe, rely on, and trust in God even in the situation of death on the cross. Rather, he will confess, Thou art my God. Then, how did this word turn out? In Matthew 27 verse 46 also, it says, And about the 9th hour Jesus cried with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani? That is to say, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? My God, why hast thou forsaken me? Now this word is an invocation and fulfillment of the word of Psalm 22 verse 1. That is, this word is a rhetorical question, representing that the crucifixion of the Messiah Jesus himself is God's long-held plan, sovereign act, and fulfillment of the covenant of redemption. Also, the title My God shows that even in such a situation, the relationship between Jesus and God is not broken at all, but rather very intimate and strong. Rather, it is said that a criminal undergoing execution on the cross feels such great pain that he might curse the parents who gave birth to him or use foul language. However, the Messiah Jesus, even in such a situation, will not resent God at all, but rather show closeness and intimacy. My times are in thy hand. Deliver me from the hand of mine enemies, and from them that persecute me. Here, my times has the meaning of my appointed time, and refers to the time of the Messiah Jesus' death on the cross. Also here, thy hand symbolizes God's power, sovereignty, and greatness. That is, the Messiah Jesus will die shedding his blood hung on the cross at the time appointed by God in the future, as God had planned before eternity. However, that death on the cross is in the hand of God's sovereignty. Rather, that death on the cross is God's act and God's planning. Therefore, God will deliver the Messiah Jesus from the hand of the enemies and those who persecute the Messiah Jesus. Of course, here enemies and those who persecute refers to the powers of Satan that hinder and obstruct the redemption work of the Messiah Jesus. Also, in that all the petitions of the Messiah Jesus here are fulfilled and accomplished, it can be called a prophetic proclamation. In short, God will make the Messiah Jesus live again from that death.